Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty language.
Hey enthusiasts, what's happening? This is Salty Language, episode 5.
The sexiest podcast on the network.
I was wondering about that pause for a minute there.
The audio on us got a little for a second there, but
All right.
you know, what are you gonna do, right?
Just, just a nice little pregnant pause to start the show off.
Pregnant pause. Yeah.
Yeesh.
You
Yeesh.
right?
Yeesh.
Yeesh.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Hey Brian, how's it going,
Man, I'm warm. It's really warm in our house.
Oh yeah.
It's
got
cool
this,
outside.
I got all these sick ass fans blowing air around and shit.
Well, the thing is, I have a fan pointed directly at me,
Right.
but the problem is that it's warm in the house because all the windows are not open.
Right.
So it's probably 75 in the house, and there's no air moving. So it just feels stuffy,
Yeah, that's a problem. You got to air that bitch out, yo.
So, yeah.
I suggest you buy a Sawzall. I can loan you one. I got one. And we just start carving air vents in the side of your place.
I mean, we have windows. We don't.
Air vents are way cooler.
It's like putting speed lines on our house.
Yeah, exactly. It's like gills on a fish.
Do you ever see that Simpsons episode with the car with all the hole, or was it not Simpsons? I'm sorry, Family Guy, where there's like, I think whatever. One of the animated shows, they get a car with the holes all over it, and it's like, it makes it go faster.
I have not seen that one.
God damn, I'm pretty sure it's Simpsons, but
Simpsons
what
did
isn't
it.
The Simpsons? You know,
Exactly. Everything's the Simpsons is, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I'm trying to say.
It's amazing, dude. Like, I got away from like combing the timeline on Twitter because it's just over the last 4 years. It's just all politics and mask or anti-mask, or vaccine, anti-vax. That's just like all it is.
Yeah. Some call it shite.
I miss, the jokes and there's jokes on there, but even a lot of them are made about those other topics. And it's like, it's my old man rant, it's like, I just missed the simpler time when things were just funny.
Back in my day, we used Twitter for format jokes and boobies.
Well, no shit, right? They took fleets away. There went all the boobies with it.
There you go.
You know what I think's funny? They took away fleets, which every day I would open up Twitter and there were tons of fleets at the top of the thing. They kept spaces. Every day at most, there's like 2.
I'll be honest, you're saying all these words, and I don't know what any of them mean.
Okay.
I'm an old man, Brian. I stay away from Twitter now.
Fleets are reels from Instagram.
Okay.
Same idea, okay?
So it's Twitter's version of TikTok. Let's call it TwitTok.
Sure, yeah. And it really is, too, because, it's they go away after 24 hours.
Oh,
so
it's more like a Snapchat story.
Yeah, that's why I said it's basically like Facebook's, Reels or Snapchat, whatever. They go away after a while. Anyway, so Twitter completely got rid of them.
Okay.
But they kept spaces. Spaces are essentially like phone calls that you can jump in and out of. Like, you and I can start a space and other people can either listen, we can allow people to join in. I guess there's a way to monetize it now.
I mean, I guess that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I mean, like if it's like a video thing or something.
I don't think it's video. I think it's just audio. I don't know because I haven't used it because I really have no interest in it.
So now I got to look it up, Brian. See what you're making me do, bro.
Sorry. And, but it's funny though, because like I said, it's like every day I look at Twitter and there's like 1, maybe 2 at most at any given time that I see. And they said they got rid of fleets because not enough people were using them.
Spaces.
And in my head, I'm going, well, how many people are using spaces? Because nobody I follow seems to be using them, but everybody I follow seem to use fleets. Like, it's a very strange thing.
Like I'm just basically pulling up the images. I just want to see what this shit looks like.
Okay.
I'm about Twitter. I don't even understand. Space is a new way to have live audio conversations on Twitter.
Mm.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, it seems weird.
Yeah. I think it's probably one of those things that it's still probably early enough that it hasn't found its legs yet.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know?
I guess it's one of those things like if we were really, really relevant on Twitter,
Mm-hmm.
you know, maybe we could be like, hey, you know, the first half hour of show we're gonna do on Spaces, and we could just set up our phones and just have, you know.
I've seen some shows do that. Like there's a few podcasts I've seen do that, and that's, I can understand that.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it just ends up being just some random people on there, and they start. I don't know. It's just something that I'm just like, it just doesn't sing to me,
Right.
But then again, a lot of shit doesn't, So, but I don't know. It's just strange to me, like I said, because when I look at my feed and I'm like, no one's using this. Why is this still around? But Spaces or Fleets, every day there were a bunch of them.
I haven't opened up my Twitter app in a while, so let me see here.
Yeah, they've redesigned it too. Like they've changed the color of the follow button now, so it's confusing people
I don't
because
even know where to go for any of this stuff.
it'd be at the very top of your timeline. Like it shows up at the very top of the screen. It'll be round things. The Spaces one will usually show like 3 or 4 icons or something, or like a few icons kind of showing you who's involved.
Yeah, I got nothing on mine. Maybe mine's just not updated. I don't know.
I don't know.
You know what?
Could be.
I just realized something. I don't
You
care.
don't care. Exactly.
Yeah.
So
go keep charging, phone. I'm sorry I took you off the charger.
I will tell you one of the things that annoys the shit out of me about it, though, and this was the same with Fleets, is that you can't push that bar up to hide it or anything like that. It's just there. So if there's a Spaces thing going on, it just stays there.
It just hangs out, huh?
Yeah, and it's like, yo, you're taking up some of my real estate here. How about you go away?
Right.
Like if I want, let me click a button, back up or swipe down a little bit, or give me some action that does it. I straight up tweeted this morning. It was like, can I hide Spaces? And I wasn't meaning it jokingly. It's like, I don't care about them. I don't want to see them.
Like seriously,
it's just taking up
I don't
screen
want any of this in my life right now.
Yeah, I don't. I just want it go.
I don't blame you.
Like I said, old man rant and everything. But most of the people I've talked with are like, yeah, I don't know, Spaces, like, because most of the it's like we're all using text-based apps because we don't want to do phone calls. So it's weird, but that's how technology always seems to go, right? It's like, oh, we're not doing phone calls anymore. We're going to move to text messaging. And then Skype comes around and people are like, oh my God, this is so, and FaceTime, type shit. And like, oh my God, I can actually, and it's like, you just went back to phone calls.
I mean, I do have to admit, I enjoy FaceTime.
Well, I honestly, I've rarely used FaceTime. I've probably used it less than 5 times.
Right.
First of all, a lot of the people I talk with, we don't bother with that,
Prepare for FaceTime calls.
Yeah. But, so it's, yeah. Anyway, enough of this bullshit.
Yeah, enough of us bitching.
Well, the other thing I was telling you, Twitter made a couple of changes. They made it to where the following button now,
yeah,
when you look at it, if you're a longtime user, it used to be, what was it? It used to be white, I believe, if you followed the person, and black if you weren't following them or something. Anyway, they flipped the color basically, and they changed their font to where it's a little more bold and stuff. And the font really has pissed a lot of people off. I don't mind it. I don't understand what all the problem. People say it makes it look blurry and hard to read. No, I haven't seen
dumb,
an issue with
Brian. You got to remember this.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with it. And I know some of the changes they made were design changes to be more inclusive of people with
like blindness and color blindness and shit.
Different accessibility issues.
You know, I want to make an app that have filters just for those people that they can't see anything. It did be like the color blindness one, and then just like it looks like a blank screen.
Just call it blinder.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Be
just
one of
can't
those
see.
things where they're like, "Oh, this is so nice, these guys," that they don't realize it's there to fuck with them.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just nothing but jokes about them in there, but they're, in colors they don't see.
But they can't see them.
I don't think that's how colorblindness quite works, but I think it's more that you can't differentiate, or at least that I've been around, I should say. Maybe there's different types. I'm not sure. I'm no scientist, doctor.
I think we're pretty smart.
Yeah. Are we though?
Not really.
No. Really quick before we do much else, I want to throw a congrats to the lads over at HOBI for apparently they're recording their 400th episode. So
yeah, what is they usually record on Tuesdays?
Yeah,
so you might have time if you're listening to this bright and early in the morning to send them some annoying shit about their 500th.
Maybe. I don't know when they were recording, so yeah.
Yeah.
If not, they can use it the following week.
That's true too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
much like us though, they've endured when no one wanted them. So
yeah, for sure. We just keep pressing along, yo.
Damn right.
You're damn right.
Over 900 episodes between our two shows.
Yup. With our powers combined.
Yeah. Well, not completely. I mean,
that's true.
Basically, all they've done is they've just played just the tip with Salty Language.
That's true. That's true.
So
no one likes just the tip.
Right. Maybe somebody does. I don't know.
We really should get to go road, both of us with Brigger, Blake, and Jeff, and do like the history of salty ideas or something.
No, it's the history of bad language.
I like that better. Yeah.
Yeah, or the history of I just think it's got to be something along those lines.
Yeah.
And no one.
The history of bad language is probably the best one.
Yeah. Or it's just a bad idea. It's just.
I mean, yeah, true.
Oh.
He shoots, he scores.
Kobe.
You
Yeah. got to do it.
Like a beer sounded really good, and I just had one. It was really good. Brought two up here though. I'm trying to decide if I only want two.
Are we doing beer math?
Not really, because it's
very rudimentary beer math.
Yeah, well, because I also have my new. You know what my new game is? No. I love me some Aldi, right?
Yes.
Aldi and we're homies. We're tight. Aldi sparkling water tastes like sparkling water.
So it doesn't even have the whisper of flavor that LaCroix.
I got this right here.
I can't. There's just a Claire on it.
Yeah, it's a lemon.
Okay.
It's a lemon. It's called a Bella V.
Mm-hmm.
Pure aqua. Which is fine. It's just sparkling water, and I'm like, well, I enjoy the spicy waters.
Mm-hmm.
Let me try the Aldi one because Aldi.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste like anything.
Not even like an old dish rag that they just wrung out some lemon in or something?
No, it's just bubbly water.
That's too bad.
So my new game has been I get a big old cup of like ice and I put a nice little shot of Mio in it.
Yeah.
And then I have my own little fruity concoction. It tastes delicious. I've been crushing them now.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah. So I'm trying to decide, should I have another beer or should I crush some sparkling waters?
Both. Pour some sparkling water in there and then some beer. Delicious.
I mean, I do have 2 cans of sparkling water, 1 can of beer. I could use a sparkling water as like a spacer maybe.
Yeah, that's not a terrible idea, I guess.
Not a terrible idea. Yeah. No one likes to feel like shit.
Did you only get lemon? Like, did you get any flavor?
I just grabbed it out of curiosity. And I might try a different flavor next time I go just because.
Yeah. I usually don't get lemon because, I usually have like, the old real lemon juice in the fridge.
Right.
So anytime I want lemon water, I can just kind of, it's not bubbly. It could be if I just go, replace my CO2 tank on my soda stream. But
well, it's like, I don't recall seeing lemon, just basic bitch lemon before.
Yeah, I think most of them are lemon lime.
Yeah. So I was like,
lemon something. Yeah.
I like lemons. That's what my thought process was.
Yeah.
And this is like, nah, we don't like flavor.
Yeah. Like, oh no, the hint of lemon is just the lemon that is the graphic on the can.
Basically, it's because the lettering's yellow.
On the side, you just missed the asterisk that says add lemon.
I wonder if there's. Let's see here. Carbonated water, natural flavors. All right, fair enough.
Right.
But yeah, so Mio and sparkling water, bro. It's pretty legit. I know I'm not breaking any new ground here. People are probably like, yeah, I've been doing that for decades.
There might be somebody out there going, oh my God.
I mean, it's true, though.
You never know.
Yeah, I got this strawberry watermelon Mio situation.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I've usually got about like 4 or 5 flavors of that stuff laying around at all times.
Makes sweet love to that stuff.
Yeah. I like having, when I'm sick of just plain water, I'll use some of that occasionally.
Yeah, that's how I get. Well, the water at my work tastes like trash.
Wait, you're not talking about that fine water from?
Oh, that was only during grilling and chilling. That's all. That water's all gone. That fancy ass Costco water's gone.
Oh, so the rest of the time it's just like a hose?
I mean, it might as well be. We have like an ice machine, and it's got quote unquote a filter on it, and some guy came to fix it, and it just tastes worse now.
Okay, I was gonna say, oh God, I hope they've changed that filter. There's just gonna be mold built up in that.
I mean, that's probably why I have such a great immune system.
Yeah, it very well could be, right?
I mean, yeah, it just tastes like shit.
Yeah.
So I've been buying these things more. Plus, they got some of those ones you go a little. That's a Mio sound, guys.
Oh, okay.
And it's got the extra caffeine in it and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I might as well flavor my water and have legal speed.
Yes.
Am I right?
Well, they have a black cherry one that has caffeine in it that I enjoy, but I like the taste of it. That's more of why I got it. When I was like, whatever, caffeine. But
right.
I just have to remember that like if it's late, probably avoid that one.
Or just take it straight to the face, no water.
Yeah. That's what I do anyway. I don't even use water. I just, when I'm thirsty, I just squirt Mio in my mouth.
Yeah, straight to the face.
Delicious. Yeesh.
So yeah, I've been I remember when Mio first came out, I was like, who needs enhanced water? Water's amazing.
Yeah.
And that was when I was buying like big 5-gallon jugs of this delicious water.
That water is really good. I'm with you on that. I could probably just drink that water.
Yeah, and I did, and it was delicious. But now that I'm Mr. City Water,
yep.
And then I'm on whatever the fuck we have at my work.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, I missed it when water tasted amazing.
I run mine through the old Brita filter, but it's still, it could be better.
Still.
Well, it sucks because once you have water like you had, it's like, man, every time I get a glass of water at your place, I'm like, man, this is good. Like it's more of like, man, I kind of want more of this, because it's really good.
Right.
But even out of the Brita filter and stuff, it's like, yeah, no. Plus, they chlorinate the water up here so much. Like I live right across the street from like a water filtration or water something place. And on the weekends, especially like Fridays, when you turn the faucet water on, you can fucking smell like bleach, basically.
Oh, geez, that's
how strong the chlorination.
That doesn't make me feel comfortable at all.
No, and it's like, oh God, and I know they have to because of the algal blooms and stuff. They have to kill that shit off.
Right.
And but it's like, good Lord, like Yeah. So I filter it, and it helps. But there's times where it still kind of doesn't taste like bleach, but it has like a little like kind of a chemical taste to it.
That chlorine-y smell.
Yeah, not all the time, just once in a while. But it's still like you're just like meh. So usually when that happens, I'm like, well, I guess I'll drink. I'd switch over to like bottled water for a day or something to let it dilute. And then it's usually not so bad.
Right.
Criminy
is right.
That's where, also having Mio and stuff like that really helps because you can.
Yeah, it's just a masking agent, really.
Really, it is. It is.
I mean, sad but true.
I don't drink it. I just squirt it straight up my nose.
Yeah, exactly.
Then I don't pick up the scent of the chemical stuff.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, man.
Arnold Palmer.
Delicious, boys.
Did you know they have like Mio Arnold Palmer?
Do they?
Yeah. I don't know if they still make it, but they did.
I was unfamiliar. So this is kind of a new world for me. I've really been getting into these recently, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just pictured you at the store and you're just like, oh, blueberry lemonade. Oh my God. Cherry limeade. Ooh, this. And you're just like grabbing, like, and next thing you know, you get like 400 of them with you, you know?
I mean, I used to get the little packets of like Crystal Light and stuff because I get a big box of them at Costco.
I can't do that stuff because of the aspartame in it.
Ah, fair enough.
Yeah, aspartame, I get a headache immediately from it. So,
you know, that sounds like Michelle too. She does.
Yeah.
She's got the same situation.
It sucks because I absolutely can't drink Diet Pop basically because almost all of it is aspartame.
Apparently, there's motion at my front door. Let me turn my sound off.
It's like, is that wind chime? What's going on?
It's my Ring doorbell.
Oh,
The dog must be out there checking out the scenes.
yeah, or someone's breaking in. Either way, no big deal.
Either way.
Yeah, someone's pushing.
Man, man, hydration. I've really been crushing water lately, like a fool.
Yeah.
It's been nice.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. I mean, you know it is. I don't know.
Yeah.
I go in phases.
Yeah, I do too. Where you just drink a lot of it, especially if it does taste good. It's easy to knock back a lot of it. Yeah,
because it's like, like I've been crushing a lot of beer, and then I was like, I got to stop crushing so much beer. So now I'm crushing water.
Yep. Probably a strong move.
Yeah, what are you gonna do, Brian?
Yep, I hear you.
So speaking of crushing beers, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
We were out freaking wandering over the weekend. And I went to this little place out on Airport Highway. It used to be like a grocery store. Our buddy Brian Smith sent me a video of it a little while ago. And it's called the Garden Harvest. No, I'm sorry, it's just called Harvest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But walking in there, it's got two like spaces. The bigger space is devoted completely to fucking beer.
Okay.
Every shelf, every square inch that they could put stuff is just beer.
All right.
Beers I've never seen before. And then in the corner they have 15 taps. They fill growlers. They fill crowlers. And then the other space is a deli where you can get sandwiches and shit.
Mm-hmm.
What's cool is not only can you fill growlers, you can get a pint.
Oh, nice.
So we went there.
Can you get a sandwich over there?
Yeah.
Nice.
So we went there and we got like these little, they're called cheesecake cones, little dessert action.
Okay.
It was kind of like, it's like a waffle cone, like soaked in honey with almonds. It was almost like baklava, and then they like pipe a bunch of cheesecake in the middle. It was pretty fucking good.
All right.
But that and I had a beer, and they have like a beer garden behind the building with all these chairs. I was like, fuck, this place is pretty nice.
Oh, all right.
I know, right?
Oh, all right.
It was pretty cool.
Now, did you look to see if they have Baltika, to see if they're a quality establishment?
You know what? I did not look for Baltika. I was kind of overwhelmed, honestly, because it was like said, it was a lot of stuff I've never seen before.
Right.
So it was a little overwhelming. I should have asked though.
You're just skipping up and down the aisles.
Like, do you guys have the czar of beers? Like the what?
Baltika. Duh.
Baltika. Was it Baltika number 9 or something like that?
Dude, I don't
remember.
I don't even. Like it's like all the finest of beers. It comes in plastic bottles.
Yeah, it's like a plastic 3-liter bottle.
I just love the fact that like 40s don't even come in plastic bottles.
No. Yeah, it's amazing.
Like the shittiest, you can go get a bottle of fill in the blank 40 that's just the shittiest beer, and they still are in glass bottles.
Yeah, exactly right. It's so silly, but I love it.
I just love to know the choice on the plastic. Like, how do you feel this enhances your beer delivery?
In Russia, glass goes to military.
I mean, maybe.
I don't know.
It's very, very strange, though.
Fucking Baltika. I still want Baltika merch.
Me too.
I think we looked this up before.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. They totally should have merch for us,
Right?
for sure. Yep. Should write to be like, hey, can we design some merch for you?
Yep, I could definitely buy Baltika stuff.
We'll only take 90%.
And only?
I mean, okay, fine, 85%.
Yeah,
Jeez.
okay. Seems fair.
All right.
But yeah, that was a good time going to that place.
Nice.
Yeah. Sorry, I feel like I just plowed through what you were about ready to say.
No, I didn't have anything
Oh, okay.
there.
Well, fair enough.
At least yeah. So what else you done this week?
Well, I just because I was looking up Baltika stuff, a related search was Baltika cherry.
Okay.
So of course I had to click on it.
Sure.
Oh, enter the year of my birth. Really, Mother Russia?
I can't wait until there's Baltika seltzers. That's what I can't wait for.
God, you know how amazing that would be.
Start hammering some. I don't even know what those would be, but
So, Brian, Baltika 9 strong cherry is a thing.
oh my
It's an
god!
intense
All right.
flavored cherry beer, balanced taste, aroma of ripe cherry, and slight bitterness. I should pull this.
All
I
right.
should really be putting this on our fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I got very distracted.
Yeah, it happens.
Anyone who wants to observe the YouTube pages,
Yeah. Make sure you throw that in like your notes to send to
I
me
shall.
so that I can put it in.
It's achieved solely by natural fermentation, according to a unique beer recipe. Okay, blah blah blah. It's
In
a
a boot.
7% ABV.
All right.
Yeah.
Does it say what kind of beer it is?
No.
No.
Oh wait, strong lager.
Oh, okay. It's a lager.
Yeah.
All right. I expected like a stout or something. Given the cherry flavor.
Right.
But okay. I think I've had a cherry.
Baltika, bro. Beers you love. I'm clicking that.
It's just links to other beers.
Oh my god, 103 results. Wow, Baltika, bro, makes non-alcoholic stuff now.
Oh, do they?
They do.
Oh no.
Holy shit.
They're the czar of nabs now.
Yeah, right?
Shit,
Wow.
they're taking over. No seltzers though?
Not that I've seen.
Damn it.
I wanted to go if they're you could search by ABV.
Yeah.
They have a it's called Seinbrischoff Gin Lawn Drink Grapefruit is an 8.8. That's the strongest they go.
Wow, really? That's it,
Yeah.
huh? Sissies.
Select beer type. Let me see if seltzers are on here. Strong, unfiltered Vienna, Pilsners, Pale Lagers. I don't see. No, there is no. I mean, let me click on other. Oh, other brings up the gin one. Okay.
Oh, all right.
All right. Yeah, that's enough Baltika for everybody.
Yeah, plenty.
What else did I do? I spent a lot of time downtown over the
Yeah.
weekend. It was because, the lovely and talented Michelle wants to do like a series of paintings. I think I talked about this before.
Yeah.
And, we went back downtown to get a few more shots. I did fix my Jeep, got the Jeep running. That
Right.
was fun. But yeah, we did a lot of downtown driving. And I never done it before. We walked up the high level bridge, and that was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've never done that
Yeah,
either.
it's like I realized I've never done this before, and I don't know if you saw the pictures, the Monotony on Instagram. Yeah, the view up there is fucking great.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I mean, obviously, I've been over the bridge a billion times, but not.
Same. I've
Walk-
driven over
Yeah.
it countless times, but I've never walked it before.
Yeah, same
It
here.
was pretty neat.
Never really had reason to either.
No,
You know.
honestly, we just walked it to take pictures.
Yeah,
You know?
that makes sense.
Yeah, and we didn't even
Yeah.
walk the whole thing. We
Right.
just got far enough to get some good shots, and we turned around.
That's the move.
And
You know.
it is. We're we parked right up the road from Maumee Bay, so we're going back, and Michelle's like, what if I buy you lunch? I'm like, that sounds awesome. So my first instinct, of course, is like, well, what about Maumee Bay? Because it's right there.
Yeah.
And we kind of discussed some other places, but ended up at Maumee Bay because I wanted to sit outside, and it's Maumee Bay.
Right.
We hung out on the patio, right? There's this group of people that came in that were like party people, bro.
Oh boy.
It was all like an older couple. I assume it was probably a parents and maybe their kids, or like a kid and their kids, partner or whatever.
Are we talking like adult kids?
Yeah, like adult kids, because it was definitely two like old people, and then
Yeah.
it was not as old, but I don't think they were siblings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Okay.
when they ordered their drinks, the old lady's like, okay, mind you, this is maybe like 1:30 in the afternoon or something.
Okay.
It's like, I'll have a Long Island iced tea.
Oh boy, there's only one reason you drink a Long Island iced
Get
tea.
fucked up.
To get fucked up, yeah.
So then the next person's like, well, no, I'm sorry. It all started with the old woman going, can I have a cocktail list? And the waitress is like, we have a full bar. We can just make you whatever. And that's when it led into Long Island iced tea.
Right.
So then the next person.
Hold on, real quick. I think it's hilarious that she wanted a cocktail list and then decides she wants a Long Island iced tea.
Yes.
It's like, I expect, if you say you want a cocktail list, I half expect you to come up with some actual,
can you make me a slow gin fizz or something like that?
Well, it's something that's maybe not like a super standard drink.
Yeah.
Something you might not think of, or I guess maybe she was like, well, maybe they have special cocktails or something.
Right.
Maybe it was something like that.
No,
Yeah.
she just looking to get crunk.
Yeah.
So you cut to the next person, which was like the younger woman. And she's like, oh, do you guys have Kettle One vodka? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, oh, can I get a Kettle One with just a light splash of cranberry? So, a cup of cranberry or a cup of vodka, splash of cranberry. And then the one that
Right.
made me pull my phone out to make this note, party people at Mommy Bay, was it comes to the next guy sitting at the table. And he just goes, what's your beer with the highest alcohol?
Man after my own heart.
I was like, oh, Jesus.
You just turn, you're like, Brian?
These fucking people. And then the people sitting there, because it was us, and there was another couple sitting out on the patio, and then these people came out. And the other couple, they're older. They both had flights. So after they ordered their drinks and the waitress walks away, the lady looks over to the table and she just goes, are you guys doing shots? It's like,
I mean, kinda, but no.
oh my God. It was, I don't know what was going on, but
Man.
made me laugh.
She's like, are you doing shots? Like, I went in on that.
Like, let's line them up, baby. Shot.
The guy's like, Linda, you promised me.
You told me. Jesus. One Long Island. That's it. Yeah, it was, and then it was weird because the way, I mean, it's probably been a minute since you've been to Mommy Bay, right?
Yeah, it's been quite a while. Yeah.
So right now, and I don't know when they're ever going to redo it, but as far as I know, Moe's, is it Moe's in the Bay? Not Moe's. What's the fucking Mugsy's?
Nope.
No, what the fuck is the basement bar called?
It was oh shit, I can't remember now. Mutts.
Yeah, Mugsy's.
Mugsy's. I like when you said mugs first.
Mugs. I mean, I was close at least.
Mugs. Yeah.
Yeah, Mutts is not open.
Right.
So what?
Sad.
So what you do is, you remember how once upon a time we would park on the side that kind of faces Owens Corning, and you could walk by like the fancy cocktail bar and take the elevator up.
Yeah.
Or you could take the other side route into Mutts.
Yeah.
So now what they have is you walk in, and if you're looking at the elevator, I know people who have never been there be like, we don't care. But
Right.
if you're looking at the elevator, you take an immediate left, and you go up a hallway, and it takes you to what used to be like their breakfast cafe that they've turned into a bar.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
So you go there, and then you can walk through there and go to the lobby to get sat. Because you remember before you have to go upstairs to get sat. Now you get sat at the bottom, and you tell them where you want to sit.
Okay.
So we went in through the fancy entrance to Rockwell's, which is a very exquisite high-end steakhouse in that building.
Right.
And on our way out, I'm like, well, obviously we got to go this way because we parked over here, and we plowed right through a fucking wedding party. Like bride, groom, the whole family was out there.
Nice.
Yeah, felt kind of awkward as we're walking through for just like very casual clothes. I got shades on, you know.
Right. Were they taking pictures?
No, they were just. I think they were just trying to figure out dinner or something. But it was just like I wasn't expecting to round the corner and see a bunch of people in suits and a bride, and
Right.
threw me off a wee bit.
Yeah, it's understandable. Well, you got to start taking a bow tie with you everywhere you go.
Yeah, just like a magnetic one or something, so I can just clip it in there.
Yeah, exactly. Like, all right, here we go.
Ready to
I'm all set.
party, baby. Yep. And that in freaking downtown. I don't know when they did this. It must be recent, but you know those little rentable electric scooters that you can have in the big cities and shit. They have them everywhere down there now.
Yeah, I heard they were going to do that. I didn't know when though. So yeah.
And they have scooters and electric bicycles you can rent.
Boy, those things are a terrible idea.
Dude, they're so much fun.
Well, I know, but the only reason they're fun is because people get drunk and use them. That's why they're also a terrible idea.
I mean, when we went up to Detroit to go see Hatebreed, we had to park so far away, and we rented them. Yeah. That got us to the venue. So, like, I'm looking at these things. I don't know how much it costs to rent. I did download the app. In the off chance we're going to go for a joyride, you know?
Right.
I don't know how much they cost, but I would so much rather park way the fuck away for a Mud Hens game and rent one of those instead of spending $25 to park.
There's that.
And then just zip through the streets.
Yeah, because you don't have, we don't have the inn that we used to have for parking there.
Right, so. Exactly, right?
So that was mad cool when Jen worked at Owens Corning. We could just park in their parking lot for free. And just walk the few blocks it was.
Or you do the classic move that I like to do. You say the game starts at like 6, you go downtown like noon.
Yeah,
you just park on the street, and then you start pre-gaming and having lunch and just having a time downtown.
Right. Then pass out and forget you were going to a ball game.
Exactly. Oh yeah, but no, it was fun going downtown. We went to the main library too. That was cool. I haven't been there in a while. They redesigned that.
Man, I couldn't tell you the last time I was there. It's been forever.
Well, it's like I'm like, man, I got to get back into reading.
Yeah,
I honestly miss reading. Sorry, I'm pouring some spicy here. And it's like if I get a book, I'll read. I'll make time. I'm gonna take it to work. Because my first break at work, I don't eat food. I just drink my coffee. Instead of playing on my phone, I'll read.
That's a terrible idea.
And then the second break, I'll play on my phone.
Way behind in your games now.
I'll be all right. I'm there for Team Cheese Guild.
Whatever you get out of the book won't be worth it.
But yeah, that was cool, and it was interesting too. Because the last time I was at the main library downtown, like I feel like they did this, because they shut down for COVID. There used to be all these like chairs everywhere in there. And every time we'd go, it was basically like homeless gathering area, which whatever. Yeah. It is what it is.
Right. Yep.
They've removed all of them.
Which I'm sure was because of COVID, but
which I kind of get, but at the same time it's kind of shitty.
Exactly. That's why I was saying it's like I really hope that's the reason. I hope it's not an anti-homeless move. Because I fucking hate that shit. Like I'm seeing, have you noticed like benches are popping up around the city now? They had the divider in the middle.
Yeah, we were sitting on a couple of them over the weekend, and I hate those things.
That's the whole reason they have that is to keep homeless people or anyone, I guess I should say, but especially homeless people from sleeping on them. Yeah,
it's pretty annoying.
I saw someone post online where was it somewhere in New York, in like some of the subway areas, instead of putting benches, they have these things that are basically for you to lean against.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah. And again, it's to stop homeless people from using them because, sometimes they'll sleep down in the subways because it's warmer.
Yeah. I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
I don't want to be cold.
Yeah. Just fucking hate it. Like it's these moves that are just, I understand, but also it's like, so you're going to spend all this money, all this shit to make things that are anti-homeless instead of trying to actually solve the problem.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's really that's what we're doing on everything, right? Like I keep seeing shit like that. Like saw locally there was a small business that I don't know what they sell, but they had like a few tables out in front of the place and they had backpacks full of supplies for kids. And a lot of places will do giveaways this time of year because it's back to school time.
Right.
For people who can't afford God, there's a woman in one of the Twitter groups I'm in. She spent like $350 on shit for her kids to go back to school.
Holy shit.
Because she's got 3 kids or 4 kids. I don't remember what it is, but it's like, good. Who has that kind of money?
Yeah, that seems crazy.
Like that's such a privileged situation,
For
sure. Like, good, dude. There's no way my parents could have spent $100 on me going back to school.
No.
That would have. Well, they could have, but I wouldn't have got new clothes then.
Right.
I was like, and I already was getting clothes at like Kmart. It's not like I was wearing designer shit, Like I was like, shit. So, and it's like every time I see those, you get that immediate like, oh, that's awesome that someone's doing that. But then it's like, but we stop short. Like we stop there. We don't take that next step. Like, wait, this shouldn't happen.
Right.
Nobody should need to spend or be in a position that they can't afford supplies for their child to go back to school. That should be part of the gig. Like it's just, and it's not just that, food and everything else that's like that. It's like, why are we like so okay with everybody using GoFundMe and then we shit on people using GoFundMe? And it's like, but people can't afford healthcare. They can't afford
surgery. Like socialist talk.
I know, right? They can't afford dental. I mean, good God. It's such bullshit that,
Totally get it. Cause like for instance, did you know did you know how bad leave is for you?
Bad what is?
Leave.
Naproxen like a leave?
Yeah.
No.
It's horrible for you.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Like, Michelle, she's got her, rheumatoid arthritis she deals with.
Yeah.
She's been in pain, so she's
Sure.
been taking leave to take the edge off, right?
Right. It's something I use occasionally, like when my knee really bothers me. That's usually what I use because it seems to do a good job of knocking the pain away.
For sure. Like I've used it too because it lasts 12 hours. Like I use it sometimes before work when I've had a particularly rough week.
Right.
So get this. She was hurting so bad over the weekend that she like Googled, like, I got to see if I can take more than they recommend. Like, what happened? Because I'm hurting so bad.
Yeah.
You're only supposed to take that at most for 10 days in a row.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Because it can cause like massive liver problems, death.
Oh, I mean, I remember reading years ago that's how a lot of the medicines are, like Tylenol, the overdose, like the dose that's like good for you versus a dose that could kill you is only like the tiniest difference. And again, like with Tylenol, they have warnings all over the box, do not use alcohol with this because it can cause liver failure. And, it's so
yeah,
that's
so she's been taking it for months.
Yeah.
I will say she's not.
There is, and to counterpoint this, my dad had a really bad shoulder from, years of wrenching and everything from the body shop and then painting and all this stuff. So, he had and he tore his rotator cuff at one point. So he had a totally fucked shoulder, basically.
Right.
And the doctor, gave him, physical therapy stretches and whatnot to do to help. And of course, and they prescribed naproxen, which is what Aleve is.
Yeah.
And he was on it for years.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. They say, like, you're not supposed to take it more than 10 days in a row at the dosage she was, unless it's like you're being monitored, basically.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, I know there's a lot of medicines out there that they'll tell you, like another one was that for a while, like that Prilosec.
Yeah.
And my dad was on that at one point, and the doctor was just like, yeah, you can keep taking it. He's like, you're not really supposed to take it past. Yeah, but then later there's more stuff that's come out that, there's some side effects and stuff from long-term use of it that, it can affect like your calcium levels and stuff like that. But again, if you're monitored,
right,
they can keep track of things and, give you a calcium supplement or whatever, but still it's amazing how the things that help us are that close to also being super harmful to
yeah,
us.
exactly. But so like,
And that's not even abusing it. That's not taking multiple doses. That's just as recommended.
yes.
You know, like, oh yeah, by the way, maybe only take it for 10 days.
Well, so like you were saying earlier, what we're running into now, because she's self-employed and she doesn't have benefits.
Right.
So it's like trying to figure out what the move is to, without going to the doctor basically, or poisoning herself with that shit is like
It's tough.
yeah, we're
I'm
kind
sure
of at
it's
an impasse now.
yeah.
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 Which is just like, well, if we had, like socialized medicine, then it wouldn't even be an issue.
Right.
So
Has she tried loads of vodka? No.
I recommended it.
Yeah. No, of course we
Yeah,
kid about
exactly.
that.
I did say that. I'm like, I have a lot of whiskey.
I mean, it doesn't take much for her.
It doesn't.
You know?
Exactly.
Just sniff the cork and she's pretty much out. So
I mean, pretty close. Yeah, so it's been interesting.
I understand it because like I'm on a lot of medicine for the million different things that are all the ways my body tries to kill me, and
Yes.
so like if my knee is really bothering me, I'm like, man, like I try so hard not to take anything. I've been dealing with that for God, how long now? That was in what, like 97, 98 I was in that car wreck, so I've been dealing with this for a long time, but of course with age it's gotten worse,
Right.
the old ritis, I'm
Yep.
fat. That doesn't help, sit around a lot. So I'm not working it, getting that blood pumping in there as I should,
Working it.
So, but it's like, I really don't want to take anything. And I especially don't want to take anything strong because every time I'm thinking about, not as much now, but like, especially if it were something new, of course, now I'm like, well, I'm going to run it through this app I have that has my medicines in it. That'll be like, hey, there's potential side effects here.
Yeah, this will fuck you up.
Or I'll just ask at the pharmacy if they're not busy. I'll be like, hey, since you have the list of everything I'm on, is this okay?
Please let me know.
Because basically I think they just run it through the computer and it'll tell them if there's flags or anything. So it's, but yeah, that's tough because like what else is there to take other than ibuprofen and,
Yeah, naproxen or aspirin.
Yeah, exactly. It's like that's pretty much your options at that point.
Yeah, it sucks, man.
Yeah.
And it's just
especially
like,
when it's a chronic thing like this. It's not like mine where mine every once in a while will hurt really bad. It's like, I could take it for a couple days and I'll probably be fine.
Right. Yeah,
So.
it's been an interesting an interesting thing.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
But what are you gonna do besides just take care of it for now and hope for the best, I guess.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah, and the worst part is arthritis doesn't just level usually. Usually it just gets worse as we age, so that sucks.
And and she has, good days and bad days, obviously. But,
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. It's a bunch of horse shit. That's what it is.
It is a bunch of horse shit.
Horse shit.
Horse shit. Horse shit. Where is that?
Yep. I don't know.
Horse shit.
There you go. Perfect.
The perfect pickle.
Yep.
I had something very odd happen to me.
Does it involve a perfect pickle?
Yeah, I fell down on it.
Backwards.
Yep. No, I was listening to a podcast, right?
Yeah.
And I almost feel like somehow, some way, I got hit by a targeted ad.
Really?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
was listening to, You Know What, Dude? With Bobby Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been recently had more prominent ads, which good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish, he's one of my favorite comedians. I wish him all well. I'll deal with his ads. But one of the ads that came up on a recent episode I listened to was for fucking Jeep Fest.
Interesting.
How weird. And he's like a national guy.
Well, I think what happens is I think that there's groups that basically have bundles of ads essentially. Like, you know what I mean? Like they'll work with like him because he's a nationwide whatever. So I think they somehow do that to where it's like, oh, you're in this area, you get these ads, much like TV commercials.
Yeah,
You know,
I just didn't
we
know.
don't get the
Like, it
same
never occurred to me
commercials.
that would exist.
I didn't either. I noticed that though too in a few that I've listened to where it'll be something like really local,
Yeah.
like you said, like because Jeep Fest is in Toledo.
Yeah, that is granted, it draws people from across the country now, but it's only been going for a few years.
Right. And it's
It's
a
still
very
very much a local event.
totally, yeah. And I don't remember what the hell I heard on there, but I was like, really? Because it was, it was on. God, I don't remember what show it was on, but it was on another one. It was like a big enough podcast that I was like, huh,
Yeah.
that's interesting that they do that. So there's got to be services that do that kind of thing.
Yeah,
That's
I'm sure it is. Like, well, we're going to release this version of your podcast to this region with these
Right.
ads, and
Right. Because you just get the naked version, or there's gaps, and they just drop those commercials in no
Yeah.
matter.
yeah,
Yeah,
it was just so weird to hear him talking about Jeep Fest. I'm like, what?
it's real smart though.
It
to
is
do.
smart.
I'm sure it's not cheap either, but
Oh, probably
it
not.
probably works for both sides.
Yeah.
You know.
So it just threw me off more than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking weird, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking weird.
Yep. Agreed.
Oh, man. What's up?
I said agreed.
Oh, agreed. I thought you said something else.
Nope.
I've been really itching to like smoke a cigar, and I haven't had a chance to, and it really makes me sad.
I know it was last night. We went out to just went over to grab something to eat real quick, and came back, and I'm like, God, I was like, I wish it wasn't a school night. My mom's like, why? I was like, because I'd holler at Tony and be like, yo, you should come over. We should have some beers on the porch.
And it would have
Like,
been a
it
good
just-
time.
But it was already like 8:30, and
yeah,
I was like,
I was
it's
like-
getting late for Tony.
Yeah, accurate.
Yeah.
I mean, because of the the incident of the fan falling out of the window on the dog last
Oh,
night.
Right.
I was literally on my phone with my feet kicked up in our little chair in the corner talking to Michelle, going, what should we do for dinner today? And I started looking at recipes, and I fell asleep. Like, I don't know how long I was out. It wasn't very long. It wasn't long enough that I woke up. Well, I guess I was touching my phone though, because I was on some website when it was like, subscribe to our newsletter, and the email box was open. And
Yeah.
it was just a bunch of teas.
So were you interested or not is the question at that point.
I don't even know what it was.
Because knowing your email, it does start with a T.
It does start
So-
with a T. I was so discombobulated. I didn't even know what happened,
But if you also think of where your thumb might have been on the phone, it would also make sense that you would have hit a T.
Yeah, it's like right in the middle, basically.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I
That would've
I'd even, like, normally I can feel it coming. I didn't even know I was just out. It's weird.
yeah, fair enough.
So, and we ended up not making anything. I don't know if you can see it. Got a nice little grease stain here.
Good look, yeah.
That's a little Marco's Pizza's action right there. A little
Wait.
jalapeno ranch.
Oh, you didn't go with you mean Cocoa House pizza?
I mean, yes, the Cocoa House.
Hilarious.
Yeah, it was like, do you want to just get pizza? I'm like, you know what? Yeah. And by get, you mean have it brought to me.
Yeah, right.
Which, by the way, in this day of COVID and Delta COVID and everything, that sounds like a sick ass movie, actually.
Sounds like
Delta
it's
COVID.
Chuck Norris's movie where he fights COVID by himself.
Hell yeah, Roundhouse kicks it.
He was in Delta Force, so yeah.
In this day and age, right? Because I have the Marcos app, haven't used it in a while. Had to put my new address and all that stuff in there.
Yeah.
And do you have any delivery directions? Leave it on the front enclosed porch.
Bring it hot and fast.
Yeah, starving. So, Michelle's on the phone because she's dealing with a lot of like real estate stuff. I'm
Yeah.
playing Minecraft,
Right.
and I don't know
Important
if
shit.
And I know you haven't played Minecraft, Brian, but you can't pause it.
Oh, okay.
If
I
you
didn't know
pause
that.
it, your dude just stands there, and the real world still happens. I was being attacked by zombies.
So it's kind of like Grand Theft Auto when you're playing like in free mode.
Yeah,
It's the same way. You can't really pause it.
you can't.
Yeah.
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 So I'm being assaulted by zombies, and I hear like a knock at the door. And I'm like, all right, whatever. He's just gonna leave the pizza out there, but I got to get it anyway. So the zombies killed me, which is pretty annoying. And I get up to go fetch the pizza off the porch, and the fucking dude's still standing there.
You're like, hey, I left instructions to go the fuck away.
That's basically what I was thinking. I'm like, oh, hey. And he's like, hey.
He's got his hand up.
He's like, I saw it said enclosed porch, and I wasn't sure if I was supposed to leave it here, or I'm like, I mean, everything was paid for. Like, everything, tip and everything.
I mean, I'll at least give him credit for not just leaving it on the step because he was afraid maybe somebody else might make off with your pizza.
Maybe. I mean, maybe what I need to do is because we got that table out there, I just need to like edit my thing, just be like, leave it on the table on the porch.
Right.
Because that's where we end up eating anyway. So I mean, that was
have
nice.
a little sign that you just like affix to the door when pizzas come in. Be like, bring pizza in here.
Yeah, I was just so confused.
Like a trap.
Because anytime during like the heavy COVID days, when we got delivery, they just knock and drop it basically.
Yeah, everybody was advertising that.
So I was fully expecting that same service, and then I open up and there's some dude that looks like he's not allowed near playgrounds out there.
Right.
Yeah. Fucking
maybe
weird.
that's why he didn't just come in. Maybe he, he's got restraining orders and stuff.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah, he didn't want to risk anything. It's understandable.
Well, no, he was standing on my porch.
Oh, he was inside?
He was inside on the porch.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant he was standing on the steps in front.
No, like I closed the door because I'm like, pizza's coming. I don't want the dogs or the cats out there.
Yeah.
Sure. And then once pizza leaves, I'm going to open the door back up because it's nice out.
Right.
And as soon as he knocked on the inside door, and I'm like, oh, he's announcing Za. This is cool.
Right. Yeah.
I was not expecting him still to be there. and I left him standing out there because I was fighting zombies.
Right. It's funny. You take the pizza from him, and he's like, so what you doing?
Yeah, I know, right? Like fucking playing Minecraft.
Oh, dude, is that Minecraft? He just pushes the door open and comes in.
Like, bro, let me show you. I just finished my marble encased infinity pool on my mountain fortress.
Nice. So, since I haven't played this, what happens in that game when you die? Do you just respawn? Do you lose anything?
So everything that you were carrying, gets dropped where you died.
Okay.
And then you respawn wherever your spawn point is. Like say if you play a brand new game, there's a spawn point set. Right? And then once you have a bed, you can like click on the bed and that becomes your new respawn.
Oh, okay.
But like if I didn't have a bed, I would respawn wherever the fuck I originally started the game at.
Oh, okay.
But so then I have to be like, oh shit, now I gotta go grab a sword out of my treasure chest and go get all my shit that I had on me.
Can anyone on your server go loot your shit?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I figured so. I just was curious. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, because we have.
Because I totally would if I knew you died and we were playing. I'd go get all your shit.
Well, it's like because we have this server. That's still kind of the weird thing about the server. Is like you can't lock your house up. So like if I knew where like because I kind of know where like Leah's place is at. If I wanted to, I could go just steal her shit.
That's weird.
Isn't it weird? I mean, there's kind of like a code of ethics. You just don't.
Sure. Well, yeah, you don't know what kind of dogs of war that'll loose on you.
I don't want to tangle with her. Her Ashlyn. Fuck no.
They'd burn everything you have to the ground.
Oh, absolutely, they would. They'd blow up the whole mountain that I have my fortress on.
Sure. Totally. Yeah.
But so it's like there's like this weird code, but it's like said I wouldn't do it anyway. Yeah, and she has gone like, hey, we've got all kinds of like resources if you need anything. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'll fend for myself.
Right. But that makes it to where you got to be real careful as far as who you invite to your server because you don't
want to just invite rascals in there.
Yeah. People like me. I'd be looting everybody while they sleeping.
Well, that's the funny thing, Brian, is if you downloaded it, I would invite you.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just saying.
I know, I should probably, but
it is fun.
Then there's all that playing.
Like I said, man, it's just adult Legos, bro.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I have a mountain across the valley from me. You can build a fortress on top of that and we can wave at each other.
It's just all we do. We just wave at each other.
Although you probably want something else because I've been like basically depleting the land around there.
So it'd be like me building on a sinkhole.
Basically, you'd be like, "Oh man, I gotta go find some iron." I'd be like, "Good luck."
Yeah. But I just tear down your place. Can I like turn what you've built into iron? Would that be some shit? You wake up, I've torn like half your place asunder, and mine's like all
the fuck.
Son of a
Like,
bitch.
Brian, where did you get that blast furnace from? Because I noticed mine is missing.
Found it.
Well, that's the weird thing about that game is if you're running around, you find a village.
Yeah.
You can just raid it.
Yeah.
Like, that's a good way to get shit. You're like, oh, let me kick in this villager's door. There's a bed. That's mine now. Oh, shit, he's got a furnace. That's mine now.
Is there any, like, what's the word for it?
Like repercussions or whatever?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's only, like, if you assault them themselves.
Okay.
Like, you could steal their shit, and they're like, they just, whatever.
Down if you assault them, though?
Yeah, they'll attack you, or some villages have these big iron golems that roam around. They'll fuck you up.
Oh, that seems like a terrible idea to fight those.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I'd for sure be
for the
trying to
most
run
part,
away.
you could just, like I said, like kick in the door and just like steal all their crops. I mean,
Do they replenish?
I don't even know. I've never gone back.
I wonder if you could just show up again.
I go in like
don't
the
mean
Mongols, you know.
Yeah, I don't mean like every day, but you just show up a little while later and like, all right, this is all mine again. They're like, damn it.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly don't know if the stuff regrows because I know you have to like plant crops. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I have to ask Leah. She's way more knowledgeable than I am.
Yeah, I'm sure she'd have the same thoughts as me to keep rating if so.
Oh, keep rating. Yeah. Just,
Yeah, she's savage like I am. Yeah.
Exactly. Like I kind of wish I had a village like underneath my mountain so I could just look down on them.
Yeah,
And be
pee
like,
off.
I need supplies.
Yep.
Yeah.
How do you get from your mountain down to like that level? So can you? Do you have like a big slide or something?
I have a diving board because if you land in water, it doesn't matter what height, you don't take damage.
Just like real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just like I built this giant diving board, and I just jump off and land in like this river that's underneath my thing.
That's brilliant. Now, see, that's the fun move. What would be fun is to, while you were like not playing, to build over that area.
Yeah.
You dive off and you just take a header into a bridge.
That would be the dick move.
Put up a sign next to it. Oh,
I mean, if you're quick enough at building, the dick move would be when I jump, you just start throwing blocks down.
yeah. Oh man, that'd be too funny.
Yeah. Good times.
And then loot all your shit because you died.
Yeah, accurate. Yeah.
Grab all your shit and then take off.
Grab all my shit.
Like, dang it, he got all my stuff too. And I can't dive back down there because there's rocks.
Yeah,
now.
there's fucking rocks.
I gotta walk all the way down. Whew.
Good stuff.
Love it. Love it.
Right? Oh, by the way, I want to let you know, I've got the QoftheW covered.
Oh, okay.
I'm totally stealing it from a program I listen to, but I like the question so much.
Sweet.
I'm
I like
stealing
it.
it from the bonfire. I'll give them credit.
All right. I'll allow it.
Yeah.
So my data reset.
Oh.
So I finished Bad Batch.
Nice.
Which overall I enjoyed. It's got ups and downs, but I think, it's a good show that I'm curious how, like, where they go from like in season 2 and stuff. So it's, but it was a good watch for sure.
Right.
And then I, got to watch What If. Did you watch that?
I did watch that, Brian.
Dude, I'm not going to lie. Spoilers just in case, I guess, but I want more oh my god, I forgot her name. Captain Carter.
Captain Carter.
I want a whole cartoon, like, or a show based on that. I just want her leaping around fighting Nazis. That was so much fun to watch and whatnot, and I enjoyed the kind of buddy cop-esque feel of her and Steve Rogers together, although one of the things I was like, really? I thought the way the things were going, I thought they were going to make it to where Steve Rogers was going to just save her. And I'm like, come on, don't.
Right.
Don't damsel in distress her.
Yeah,
She's been such a.
Why?
Yeah. And then they, didn't go that route. And I was like, good. good. I was like, come on. I was like, please don't fall into that trope at least, you know?
For sure, right?
Yeah. I really dug it. I really liked the animation. I thought it was,
Yeah, it was very cool. I enjoyed it. The story was fun.
yeah.
You know, I like how it's just like, and because I am the Watcher.
Right, right.
You know? Yeah, it was good. I don't know when new episodes drop per se, but
I think it's Wednesdays.
I'm pretty excited.
Me too.
Yeah.
I don't know what the next one will be, like which of the stories will be next. So, because I was a little surprised they didn't do that. Is like next time, you know, or something.
I was kind of expecting some sort of like post-credit situation, even.
Well, I think I read that some of the shows may have, some of the episodes of this may have post-credit scenes.
Nice.
Because they've already said that there's a good chance there's going to be other, like some may spin out of this. And
Right.
Captain Carter's one I could totally see spinning out of it because the cast of characters is good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know. So yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
What I was wondering, or not wondering, what I noticed is Disney is very picky about a lot of things.
Yeah.
Except killing Nazis.
Yeah, I was actually a little surprised. Like they didn't full on show like death, but they were showing guys getting lit up.
Like,
you know?
I mean, obviously Spurlers or whatever, but when she throws the pilot out of the fucking plane, like he dead.
Oh, yeah. He
dead.
Yeah. So true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was for sure. Nazis were getting killed left and right.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, I was not expecting that.
Yeah, I fully expected it to be just the old, we're knocking people, like on Bad Batch, right? Like they use, like when they're shooting at stormtroopers and stuff, or clone troopers or whatever, for the most part, they're using, their guns are on stun.
Yes, of course.
You know, and it's like, I don't remember because it's been too long. I don't remember in the Clone Wars series, like the episodes they're in. I don't remember if they're rocking stun on their weapons or if that's they're good guys now, so they have to use stun. Like Captain Rex always has his gun on stun. It's never on like lethal damage,
Right?
You know, or rarely on lethal damage. I guess I should say. I don't know.
Lethal enforcers.
Yeah.
Player one. Sorry.
I don't know. Captain Carter and the Howling Commandos, totally. You know,
It would be good
right.
stuff, wouldn't it?
Yeah. The only downside is, again, spoilers, is the. Well, actually, I think the show did have an end scene. Did you see the Nick Fury part?
Oh shit, you're right. Because it was basically like how Captain America, instead of him being unfrozen, though. Well, I don't want to. Spoilers. Instead of him being unfrozen, she arrives in the way she arrives.
Right, right.
You know, and it was kind of very much the setup of Captain America joining the Avengers, but you know,
right. I'm not gonna lie, Captain Carter and the Howling Commandos, I'd be totally in for.
Yeah, it would be pretty dope.
I mean, you know, I guess Nick Fury can be involved if you want, but we don't need him because this is what. So you know.
I mean, whatever. You know.
You mean what if?
Oh, yeah. Oh, fucking Trixie.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited to find out what the next one is because you know they've spoiled what all of the stories are going to be, but you know we don't know in which order. Also, I'm very curious to see because they've talked that these shows are still within the multiverse canon,
right?
You know, so there are things that can happen in these that could affect other shows or movies or
what have you.
Yeah. So especially when the Tesseract's involved, because you know that thing's just a bunch of shenanigans.
Yeah. Shenanigans.
Yeah. But man, totally dug it. Just the whole time. I was like, when it ended, I was like, damn it, I want more. Like I want to watch more.
Yeah, I mean it was cool. It was cool.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a great launching pad for potential other shows too, right? Like if they just want to see how a concept might fly, they can just make an episode of What If with it. And if it works, hey, let's expand this into a series. You know,
it's true.
So, because I mean,
right,
like,
Brian.
Well, you watched the Agent Carter TV show, right?
I did not.
Oh no, that was a good show. And it
I
was,
heard it was good. It was
yeah,
one of those things that never crossed my path, you know?
it was cut too short. It was a really good show. But like that character, they've always portrayed her as, a very strong character, and that's why I said I think it could be a lot of fun. And the way she wings the shield around and stuff at times is freaking amazing.
Oh yeah.
you know One thing I found interesting, and this was I'm curious from the design aesthetic of it, why they chose this, which was Captain America didn't really wear a hat, but he always had like, the mask on, the kind of, over his head thing. But he did wear a helmet at times.
Right.
The Ultimates, Captain America always wore a helmet, but there's been different designs of him where he had a helmet, and some of the ones where he's like going in to fight Nazis and stuff. But with her, they never had any sort of face or head covering at all for, and I was wondering at first, I was like, I hope they didn't not do that because it's like, oh, well, she has long hair. We have to keep her hair.
I think it was because in the middle of the show, like, what's Tony Stark's father's name? Harry Stark.
Harold
Stark. Yeah.
doesn't sound
He
right.
was like, hey,
Yeah.
this is the uniform that you're supposed to go on a USO tour
Oh,
with,
that's right. Yeah, I
but
forgot.
I just modified it now.
That's right. So it wouldn't have a helmet, and she has a shield. So I guess, yeah, because she definitely uses the shield very adeptly. So
He is.
yeah, I love my favorite thing. Again, sorry for spoilers on this, folks, but is when they're in the gym. And then she fucking throws a dumbbell at the wall or the weight at the wall. And
Yeah,
the
the plate.
camera turns slightly and you see like 20 of them stuck in the wall.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I love that. So, yeah. But anyway, yeah. Chef's
was
kiss.
cool.
Very
That was
nice.
definitely cool.
Quite nice.
Quite nice.
I still haven't watched Suicide Squad yet because it's only been like a day since my data flipped. So, and I wanted to finish up my other
You got to watch it. So good.
Oh, I will. I just wanted to finish up Bad
No
Batch.
excuses.
The season finale was posted, so I wanted to jump in there and.
Shit. You on the Kemosabe, jump on it.
Well, I wanted to see a variety of things, but I wanted to see what kind of if there was going to be any sort of a like cliffhanger with it and
Right.
what. And it really wasn't, but it was a good wrap up. So yeah, I've just been watching random stuff because of the data thing. I've just been watching random shit on Cartoon Network, and the other night they had a couple episodes of Samurai Jack on there again. So naturally, I had to watch those because
hell to the yes.
So yeah, and it's like, man, every time I watch that show, I'm always like, in my head, I'm always like, man, I should go back and watch this again. It's like, like, dude, how many times you got like? There's all this other stuff to watch.
yeah. Don't listen to that part of you.
Yeah, I know. It's tough because it's such a good show that it's not going to disappoint going back and watching it. So
Right.
but yeah, much other things to watch. Many other things to watch. Shit, much other things to watch. So speaking of watching things,
Yes.
so I'm watching Thursday last week. Major League Baseball had a game that was Major League Baseball built a field next to the set from Field of Dreams.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
And they had a game there. And they had like 8,000 people in attendance. The players all, like Kevin Costner came out through the corn. And then all the players came out through the corn, which was a cool, kind of a cool thing.
Yeah,
and
it's a fun move.
it was such a fun baseball game to watch because even though the White Sox led through most of it, toward the end, the Yankees kind of got close. Then they took the lead. And then in the because it was funny because the Yankees were down and then the pitcher was kind of losing his control a little bit. And the guy coming to the plate was Giancarlo Stanton. And he was 0 for 4 on the night at that point. And I looked at Jim and I go, man, I was like, this is just talk about a storybook situation. Dude's 0 for 4. He's got the go-ahead run he's the go-ahead run. I was like, man, he's due. Next thing you know, the ball's going into the cornfield. He just
Nice.
crushes it, puts the Yankees in the lead, which, I was not happy about because I hate the Yankees. But then the White Sox get up in the bottom of the ninth, and they change pitchers, and I made some comment, and I was like, all right, here comes the White Sox with the walk-off, and then the guy just crushes the ball into right field for the walk-off home run.
Oh, very nice.
It was a fun game to watch because especially as the game got late, it was a little back and forth. Things got tight, and the Yankees came from behind, and then the White Sox said, go fuck yourselves. But one of the things, it was kind of a fun experience overall. But one of the things that was wild was, did you hear that they asked Guy Fieri to come up with an apple pie or some sort of a dish for the game? That's a exclusive type gimmick there, right?
Right.
So he made, damn it. Sorry, this page is taking forever to load here because it's got a bunch of fucking pop-ups and shit on it. Anyway, so he came up with an apple pit hot, or it's supposed to say apple pie. It says apple pie hot dog.
Okay, hold on. I see. Guy
So
Fieri debuts apple pie hot dog.
Because it says, in honor of the game, Chevy wanted to create a stadium snack inspired by its old jingle that was baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet. And of course, they figured that Guy Fieri was the most, the best chef for that, which makes sense. Because if you're thinking, hey, let's make an American dish, he's the guy you go to. So he came up, I don't know, however. But basically, it's like if you've ever had, I'm using their description because it's the best I can think of, which was like the apple pies you used to get at McDonald's that were the long rectangle pies.
Hell yeah. The mouth burners, as I call them.
Yeah. It's one of those with apple pie filling, an all beef hot dog, an apple pie spice, and then it also has apple mustard sauce and bacon jam. And they talked about it on during the broadcast, and this article that I have here were like, it sounds disgusting, but they were like, oh my God, was it good?
I mean, I'm not mad at that sweet and salty combo,
I would certainly try one.
Yeah, they have a tweet on this whatever webpage I have pulled up here, and I'm just watching them construct it.
Yeah.
And it looks pretty ridiculous.
Yeah. Because they talked about it early in the game, and I'm like, oh my God, that sounds so disgusting, But then it's like, if they talked about it more, because I'm thinking, if you tell someone, hey, it's an apple pie hot dog,
apple mustard to go on it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, apple mustard and bacon jam. Yeah. So that's probably what takes it over the top, because just jamming a hot dog in an apple pie, who knows what level of goodness that is.
I mean, I'm gonna, like Beans and Franks.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do that now. I'm just gonna throw up diced up hot dogs in my apple pies from now on.
Oh, right. No. Yeah. Why not? There's people who put American cheese on it and claim it's good. So
I mean, I've had it once before and it wasn't bad. I'll be honest. But not the American cheese. I did cheddar, sharp cheddar.
You went and got bougie with it.
Fuck yeah, I got bougie. I'm a bougie man. That's what my tramp stamp says, bougie.
That was only because they misspelled booty.
I mean, you right.
That guy just can't spell, that's all. Oh, man. But, yeah, too bad this is in Iowa, because, unless you're up for a road trip.
That'd be a hell of a road trip.
Right?
Yeah, that's pretty cool, though, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, I would eat it, and then I didn't even know they built a stadium over there. That's pretty cool, too.
Well, it's not like a full thing. It's a field and stuff, but it's, like I said, it only seats 8,000 people, which is less than most minor league ballparks hold, I believe. Sure. I don't know how many Fifth Third Field holds, but I'm sure it's more than 8,000 people, I would think.
I would assume. Yeah.
So, but it was cool. It just felt kind of intimate and small and everything.
It
And
reminds
they
me of the baseball version of the Winter Classic.
yes, that's exactly the vibe I got, and I think that's what they were hoping for.
Yeah.
And honestly, when they were doing it, I was like, it's too bad that it only holds 8,000, because otherwise this would be a perfect setting for the All-Star game.
Oh, for sure, right?
Had the players wear like throwback old-timey looking All-Star jerseys, come through the corn. It feels like even though you do the same thing every year, it wouldn't get old.
Right, exactly.
Watching them crush the baseball into the corn in the outfield, because that's what the whole outfield was, corn basically. And they even talked about how like there was a bad storm that had gone through there and knocked a bunch of the corn over. So the guys who own the thing or whatever, they went out and got a bunch of like rods and stuff like that, and like were zip tying corn to these rods so that it would all
They're making fake corn.
because you want it to look good for the broadcast, But
what if a goddamn tornado comes through, Brian?
Yeah, well, that's kind of what happened. It was really strong winds that caused the problem. But yeah, I thought it was just a really cool thing to do. But it was more of a like I wanted to talk about it more about getting to the snack thing. But as a baseball fan, I really enjoyed watching that game, even though I don't like the Yankees, but I didn't really have a dog in the race, But it was still a fun game, and the fact that it ended in a walk-off home run, I mean, God, it couldn't have been more perfect.
I mean, fair enough.
What a cool way to end your televised special game. And it was just in a random game in the season. It's not, like I said, I was like, I feel like that'd be an awesome all-star game.
Oh yeah.
Like you said, like how the Winter Classic feels special. And then maybe not as much now because they do a bunch of them, but when it was just that one game outside every year, it was really cool.
Right.
So I don't know, and I'm sure baseball will want to do it again because I read that the ratings on it were really good.
Because people are like, dude, Field of Dreams, that's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah. Well, also Yankees,
Yeah.
And
I mean, I guess.
Like them or hate them, they bring a crowd.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
But of course, they had the White Sox in there because the White Sox were the team. The White Sox and the Yankees, I believe, were the teams in the movie that were on the field.
Right.
So, it was cool. It's like I said, it was good fun to watch.
Good fun to watch.
So, and that snack was really whatever.
Yeah.
So
I kind of want to just make it.
I know, right? I was thinking that too. So I got like 3 or 4 other things here. Do you have anything else? Or
no, actually, we're just kind of cruising now.
Okay, so
cruising, baby.
Pick. Now let's just stick with food, and then I'll go to the other one.
I love food.
Quick.
You know that.
So, did you see, sir, that Pepsi and Boston Beer announced their team up for Hard Mountain Dew coming out?
Hard Mountain Dew.
Are you saying hard pass on Hard Mountain Dew?
Yes.
Are you sure? Wait till I tell you the flavors.
I'm pulling it up because I have to. But go ahead.
So
talk to me, baby.
The flavors are first of all, these are all 0 sugar.
Oh well, okay. Oh man, these cans look fucking sick.
Yeah.
Oh.
They have
Pop-ups.
they have Mountain Dew flavor. Sorry, I got distracted because my mom just brought me in freshly baked chocolate chip cookies.
What the fuck? Where's mine at?
They're
is
sitting here.
Bullshit.
Tony's gonna have to end the podcast to come over now. Yeah, she said there's plenty. So anyway, so there's regular Mountain Dew flavor.
Okay.
There's gonna be black cherry and water.
I mean, I'm not mad at the watermelon can. It's a snake and the pink. It looks pretty cool.
Sure.
The black cherry, I don't know if it's supposed to be a bear or a monster or a baboon, but it should be a baboon ass.
I think it's supposed to be a bear, but it could be better. The original Mountain Dew one with the eagle on it, though, I mean, that just screams America.
It should just be like a hillbilly missing all his teeth.
It should be with the old Kentucky waterfall.
Yeah, exactly.
Hell yeah.
Exactly. Ironically enough, the beer I am drinking about ready to drink is called Summer Teeth. So
this should be called Lack of Summer Teeth.
Exactly.
Wow.
Well, all right.
Yep.
I love this. The headline for the article I pulled up just so I could look at it as America's decline continues, which is pretty great.
That is really funny. What I think is interesting is if they were going to do this, it's not supposed to come out until early 22, so we're still way off on it. But I'm pretty sure, Tony, we're going to have to get some of these and have a tasting.
Oh, God damn it, Brian.
Oh, you weren't going to taste them.
I probably wasn't, but I for sake of the show,
yeah,
I'll check it out.
Now, I mean, I'll have to see what they're sweetened with, I guess, because the zero sugar thing scares me a little bit because, aspartame.
Yeah,
but
true.
Yeah.
We'll just load you up for the leave about a week beforehand.
Oh, yeah, smart. Yeah. Yep. So there you go. That's Merca. If they're smart, they'll launch that shit right before summer of next year.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That way,
I mean,
it'll
people
have
are going to be jumping. Like, people love Mountain Dew.
Oh, for sure.
They're going to be jumping all over this shit.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised at all if the regular is the best selling of the three, just because if it tastes like Mountain Dew,
Man, it tastes like fucking Mountain Dew already, man. Give me some right there. We moonshine in the cup.
Because in our youth, how many times did we mix Mountain Dew in some various form of liquor?
I don't remember.
Quite a bit. I used to mix the what was it?
Those are the dark ages. What was the what?
Livewire.
Oh, the orange.
Livewire. Yeah, I used to mix that with vodka all the time, and the Perfect Dark, or not Perfect Dark, Pitch Black. Not Perfect Dark. That's a video game.
Well, we also mixed Perfect Dark with vodka.
That is true. We did. You are correct, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, moving on.
Fucking pizza grease.
So, Disney announced their Galactic Starcruiser hotel stays. The price of it. Have you seen this?
Oh God, it's gonna hurt my feelings, isn't it?
Okay, don't look it up just yet because I don't want you to see the number. I want you to guess. So let me read this a little bit and then you do it. Okay. It says the entertainment giant has revealed details and prices for the Star Wars adventure, including the fact that it will cost 2 guests in a standard cabin for a 2-night voyage. I'm skipping the price. Suites will cost more, though visitors will pay less per person the more people that there are in their group, it says. So kind of like suite prices, I guess, in that. But anyway, it's I don't know if you're familiar with this, but I believe this is the one where like everybody stays in character the whole time.
Okay.
And all this.
So it's like you're in an experience.
Yes, you are totally immersed in. I think you actually kind of get like, characters or whatever too. So for 2 nights of this, how much do you think it is?
For 2 nights for 2 people?
Yes.
Oh, God, it's gonna be stupid. It's gonna be like $2,000.
More.
What? $4,000.
More.
You're fucking kidding me.
I'm not. It's not much more though. It's $4,809.
That's almost $5,000 for fucking 2. Hold on.
2 people, and suites will cost more.
Well, yeah, you were talking like the lower deck of the Titanic, I'm sure.
Yeah, you're basically with the droids for $5,000.
What in the fuck?
Yeah. But here we go. Once inside, guests will encounter story moments wherein they'll play a real-life choose-your-own-adventure type of game where they can hold. You can, for instance, choose to follow the First Order or join the Resistance, choose to join a smuggling ring or to aid a stowaway. They can interact with familiar characters who will serve as NPCs, non-playable characters for those who don't game, and take lightsaber lessons to take on foes. Participants can also go on missions if they want to delve deeper into their story, which I feel like would be like add-on pricing.
Yeah, exactly. It's like getting excursions when you go to a resort.
Right. But it does say, and this is kind of funny, but each trip on the Starcruiser will be one of a kind, so those who can afford to go on more than one could enjoy unique experiences.
Yeah, okay.
So here you go. This is what from comicbook.com. $4,800 for 2 adults, $5,300 for 2 adults and 1 kid, $6,000 for 3 adults and 1 kid. Now the real question would be like, what about 2 adults and 2 kids? Because that's
right,
something I'm sure people would be curious of. But anyway, somewhere in that price range, $5,000 to $6,000 probably. So
wow.
yeah, totally. expensive. I wonder how many spots are available at a time.
I don't know.
Because you know it's Disney, so you know it's not going to be like 5.
And you know what's crazy is I bet you it's sold out for who knows how long.
Oh, I'm sure, right? Yeah, it'll sell out probably right away. Because I mean, listen, if I had all the money in the world, I'd be like, "Fuck yeah, let's do it."
Yeah, I could go hang out at in a goddamn like Disney bar or a Star Wars bar.
Yeah,
what, are you
that would be
me?
funny. They're like, "Sir, like, they're like, hey, we should probably go try to save." They're like, "Nah, I'm gonna just be at the cantina. You holler at me when the mission's done."
Y'all got some death sticks? So I gotta get my smoke on.
Like, there's only 2 things I'm doing on this, or 3 things I'm doing on this: banging the star bitches, taking lightsaber training, and getting drunk, and not necessarily in that order.
Getting mad drunk because I every time I look at my bank book,
Yeah.
I need to take the pain away.
Oh God, can you imagine if it didn't like if it wasn't all inclusive? I don't know if it is or not.
Holy
It doesn't say.
Shit.
Eesh.
I mean, I'm looking at the actual website for it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it looks cool.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be a lot of fun. You know, it better be for that kind of money.
Yeah, right. Dining. The Starcruiser's famous Crown of Corellia dining room. Oh, multi-course menu. Oh.
Oh.
Cabins and suites. I mean, they do look cool. It looks like spaceships you'd
Yeah.
see from fucking Star Wars, but
Yeah, like so I said, I'm sure it'll be a lot of fun because, you know, Disney's gonna really pull all the stop or, you know, go all out on it. But it's
oh my God, it's just like, bro.
It's like, can we do a 1-day experience for a lot less money?
Yeah, I just like oh my God.
Makes you wonder though, right? Like if you get a suite, say you have, let's say 6 people in there, right? And they're doing the experience. Is there going to be one of those where someone's got to be like the butler or the droid or some bullshit to where it's like, oh man,
That'd be so annoying.
Like, yo, I paid like $2,000 for this. Why am I stuck as the janitor droid?
All right, I'll be honest, Brian. I just clicked on the dining link.
Yeah.
The food kind of looks gross.
Well, it should. Have you ever looked at the food in Star Wars?
They're exactly what they're going for. They're like, oh, we're gonna make like fucking space food or whatever, and it kind of does not look appetizing to me.
Yeah, unfortunately, on Star Wars, they don't have replicators.
Yes,
you know?
exactly. I'm blown away at how much that costs for fucking 2 nights.
Yep.
How much was
That's
it?
one
It
of
was, what, 4,800 and change for
2 adults. Yeah. Yeah, if you add a kid, it goes up to 5,300.
Okay, so if you want 2 adults and a kid, it's 5,300.
Yeah.
Jesus. Holy.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Now I will say this: how much? Because I've never been on one. How much was a cruise for 2 adults and 2 kids? I know it's a longer stay and all that. So I'm just looking at money. Forget the rest of it.
I mean,
is it similar money?
I mean, we pay, if I remember right, it's been a while.
Yeah.
When we took the kids on a cruise, we paid around that same price for a week.
Okay. Yeah, that's why I said I know it's longer and it's a whole different beast, but I was just curious like where it ranked as far as like money wise. I'll bet that's kind of what they're looking at. But dude, like you said, it's like, yo, it's only 2 nights.
Okay, I'm sorry. What was it again for a kid and an adult?
For 2 kids and 1 adult is 5,300.
2 kids and 1 adult. No one wants to do that, by the way.
No, 2 adults and 1 kid. I'm sorry, I might have said that. Yeah. No, they don't have options where there's more kids than adults, or even equal kids to adults. Right. Which is, like I said, a little weird because it's like, so are we to assume that because it goes from 4,800 to 5,300, you know, so it's, excuse me, you know, so is that the price upgrade to go from, you know, to add 1 more kid, basically? I'm just surprised they don't have like a, you know,
right,
plus this much for each additional kid or something to that effect. But unless, yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
but whatever.
You're basically paying like $2 a minute almost. It's like $1.84 and stuff a minute.
Yeah. I think it's one of those where you just, if you were to do it, it's got to be one of those where you're like, this is a once in a lifetime experience,
I mean,
and
I'm
that's,
sure it's amazing, but I
yeah.
could not see just dropping that much loot to go eat
Yeah.
fucking
2 days.
space food and play basically D&D. You're
Yeah.
just LARPing.
Yeah. For 2 days. If it was a week or if 4 days, 5 days, it'd be a little different. But for 2 days, it's like, dude, that's so much money. That's more than some people like. That's why I was curious about the cruise pricing.
Well, and it's
'Cause
like
that
they
a
should
week,
bring you, they should give you costumes, but they don't.
yeah,
Because it
of
says
course
what
not.
you should wear: jeans, pants, shorts, sunglasses, what the top one, Star Wars Galaxy attire.
Well, of
It's like if
course,
you're
yeah.
paying that much, it should be like, okay,
Or at
so
least give you a
what's
T-shirt
your
or something.
character gonna be? I want to be a
Yeah.
Jedi. Cool, we're gonna give you Jedi robes.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna be a smuggler. Okay, you get fucking dark pants and a brown vest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean
Right.
whatever, but it's like
Something. Yeah. Or at least just the vest. I mean, God,
yeah, but it's instead
You're
they're like, all right, you're gonna be a Jedi. Well, you got jeans and a shirt on, you loser. We have a gift shop though.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure there's a gift shop before and
Oh,
after
my
you,
God.
like right outside the place where you can buy appropriate
Oh,
clothing.
for
If they
sure.
don't, they're stupid. And there's no way Disney misses that
Oh, no,
opportunity.
no.
Because I mean, if anything, they'll do the same thing. Like Harry Potter was like that. Right outside of the shit, you can buy all the things Harry Potter related right by all the other stuff.
It'd be like going to the Ren Fair when, you know, there's all those people that make swords and armor and everything else, and they're
Yeah.
stupidly overpriced. But, I mean, I guess they are crafting a lot of them.
Yeah,
Or whatever.
right.
But, you know, you go there and you can buy everything you need to cosplay at a Ren Fair.
Right.
Same deal.
Yeah, that'd be my guess. Yeah. I can't imagine that it wouldn't be that way.
Lord.
I honestly think they could take the lightsaber training part of this and make that its own thing.
Right?
People would pay for that because, again, maybe they do in the Star Wars experience and at Disney World. I don't know because I haven't been to it, but again, like a Universal, they have that one where you can go through and your kid might get picked to be the one that goes through the wand thing from Harry Potter. Which I misunderstood because I thought everybody who goes through that went through like a little something, and it isn't. It's like they bring in a group, one kid gets picked. You can keep going through, but there's no guarantee that you'll get the wand because, of course, the wand picks you, I guess. I don't. So it's like you may not get the wand you want. You may not. And whereas right outside the thing, they sell all the wands, same wands.
Right.
Because when me and Jen were there, she wanted to go through it, and that line was so long. And we stood there for a little bit, and it barely moved. And she was like, "You know what?" And there was somebody was saying something. They were like, "Oh yeah, you can get the same one." I don't remember if Rambo was there yet or not, but it was like, "Yeah, you can get those wands right over there." And we walked up, and I'm like, "Are these the same wands as in there?" And the guy goes, "Yep."
Like, huh?
All right then. Well, there you go. Let's just get one of these and move along.
And we're gone.
Well, because you don't, like I said, if everyone who went through it got to experience it, it'd be different.
Right.
Then it's like, well, go through it, have the experience.
Yeah.
But
Instead it's like,
if I can't imagine an adult's going to get picked when there's children in there. That seems like bad form.
Yes.
Just
Just
I know adults
arming
Harry
kids
Potter,
out of the way. Pick me.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like if I were working, yeah. So it's like, yeah. Anyway, moving on. Did you see that they announced the initial casting for the Netflix Avatar, The Last Airbender series?
I did not. No.
Yeah. The people that they picked, I think, actually are really good picks. I think they kind of look like the characters.
Oh, really?
And they're trying to be I don't know what the word for it is. They're trying to be accurate with the, because in the show, even though it's not like Earth or typical Earth, they're trying to be a little more like most of the characters are of some sort of like Asian influence descent, and I think they were trying to stay within that realm.
I mean, that's a good thing.
Yeah, they didn't whitewash anybody that I've seen so far. So the things that scare me are like, seeing Momo and Appa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that could be interesting.
Also, the biggest casting they haven't announced yet, and the only casting anyone should care about is who's playing the uncle.
Yeah, for sure, right?
Because
Bolo Young.
that so God damn it. You think Bolo Young should be cast for everything?
Fucking sick, you know that.
Wouldn't it be funny if he were cast and was amazing in the role? Right? Like, oh wow, I didn't know he had that comedic timing. That's awesome.
It's like you want to see, Uncle destroy somebody's ribcage in a kumite?
Yes,
Exactly.
I mean, he was a pretty badass firebender.
He was a badass firebender.
He's the one, I mean, spoilers, he figured out lightning bending.
Right,
so.
Exactly. Just saying.
But yeah, I'm excited for the show because even though I've seen the animated one and I'm sure there'll be differences and all that kind of stuff, I still kind of want to see this show.
The kid they picked for Aang, I mean, he's got Aang head.
Yeah, especially once they shave his head and put
once they shave his domer.
Yeah, because I'm sure they'll just give him the real tattoo. They won't bother with like an applique or something.
Still.
God, it takes so long to get that tattoo.
Yes, it would.
But yeah. Anyway, I think, like I said, I think they did a good job with the casting, at least from looks.
Oh yeah,
wise. Sure. At least the IGN article I have, the thing, it's like the characters look similar. But anyway, so yeah, that was just a real quick thing that I thought was awesome.
I like it.
And
I like it like that.
So I'm watching TV the other day, and right now the hot thing is like, how can we make gambling even more and more accessible to people with cell phones, right?
Yeah, it's true.
And they've got this one thing that I saw a commercial for the other day. And it's one of those where sometimes, a company comes out and you're like, ooh, I feel like you didn't run that name or whatever through a focus group first. This one is called Jackpocket.
I mean, go on.
And the first thing I'm thinking of is the old reference to like the old pocket pool,
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
Like, oh no, don't put anything in there. That's my Jackpocket.
Jackpocket. You don't want to go near my Jackpocket.
Yeah, that's the one with the hole in it,
Jackpocket.
Yeah. And I know their idea was mushing the word jackpot and pocket together because it's the phone that you would keep in your pocket and jackpot, But yeah, every time I see this commercial, I just laugh because I can't think of anything else other than something lewd.
I mean, I'm assuming it's like an app, basically.
Yes, it is.
The Jackpocket lottery app. Oh God. First, people ask, is Jackpocket app legit?
They should ask that because
has anyone ever won?
Wait. So I have a better idea for this app. Okay, picture not Tinder, but more of you bring something along the lines of like a some sort of a randomizer, right?
Okay.
And you just start the
like
thing like it look. Sure. Well, no. Picture oh my God, I can't think of what they're called now. A slot machine.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I was gonna say.
So you load up the app. I mean, it could have a flashlight attachment. You load up the app. In the app, you pull the one-armed bandit, and it just pulls up some random ass porn picture for you. And if you don't like it, of course you can, reset or swipe left, whatever.
I feel like there's something you could do here with in that's what I'm looking for. Man, tiredness is starting to set in coordination with like Pornhub.
Right.
And it's just like the jacker pocket or the pocket jacker.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
It's like a slot machine, like you were saying. And you just kind of maybe put pre-existing categories in it, and then you just and it's like and like I don't know, like two tits and a penis fly up, and you're like, oh shit, I got this weird video that only has like 18% rating or whatever. Like, this is awful.
Right.
But if you
That's
get the
exactly.
jackpot, you get something amazing.
Oh, and the beautiful part is you get like 3 free pulls a day.
Yeah.
After that, you have to pay.
There you go. That's how they make their money.
Yeah.
I mean, someone could probably do it. This probably exists.
Not much. I mean, microtransactions, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Because I keep trying to make, references to jacking it and micro penis and such. So yeah.
Naturally.
Yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to bring that up because I just laughed when I heard this name. Because again, it's like I feel like sometimes there should in the focus group there should be 12-year-olds.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right. And if
Or
the
us.
12-year-olds are like, yeah, or us, they're like, yeah, and it's like, oh, okay, so clearly, okay, what is it? And just be like, dude, look, like Jackpocket, seriously? Like, no.
Like, you just get us in the corner and it's like, all right, Philip, let's present your new idea for our lottery app. Yes, I'm gonna call it the Jackpocket, and that's just us in the corner going,
Yeah. Yeah. And they're like, okay, that one's right out.
he said Jackpocket.
I got a Jackpocket.
Yeah, like beating off.
Fap. That's the thing in this app, you pull the thing, and the whole time instead of it going like do 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 or whatever, it's like fap.
Exactly.
We're just gonna call it Fat Pocket.
Fat Pocket.
Forget Jackpocket. We're going Fat Pocket. Oh man.
I mean, I understand, but come on.
Yeah.
Guys.
Yeah. So, all right, I believe that's all I got.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
Why does this keep switching back?
It hates you.
There we
As
go.
Evidenced earlier by your, updates.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Right.
No, that wasn't even an update. That was just my computer woke up and was like, fuck you, I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, fair enough.
Or, fuck you, I won't do what you told me, or tell me,
Nice.
if you will.
Quite nice.
Sorry? So you ready to go with the QoftheW, I guess?
To QW. Last week we asked y'all, a non-living object suddenly starts feeling and expressing pain. Which object's existence is now hell? Well, if you answered our Instagram post because it's bored, yes. We got nothing on Instagram, Brian.
You make me sad.
You make me sad.
All right, fine.
Yeah. But
Maybe we need to do a Twitter Spaces for a QoftheW every week.
yeah, right. No shit, that'd be funny actually. But on Face page, we got a couple of them.
right.
Jeff from HOBI. Hey, happy 400 y'all. He says a wine cork or a cutting board.
A wine cork, huh?
No.
What's he doing with a wine cork that would make its existence hell?
Screwing it.
Nice.
I just realized my window over here is open. I'm just up here yelling.
That's fine. They probably heard
Yeah,
worse.
probably right. And then Diamond, top fan, Dev. He says
Making his triumphant return.
wrecking ball would be the worst.
Oh, you're just throwing it a good velocity at buildings all the
it would be
time.
funny
Yeah.
to hear you just be like, oh God.
Just every time too. It's like, oh God, again.
It's like the son from Rick and Morty,
Yeah.
just screaming the whole time.
Yep.
Yeah. That's all we got on over here.
Speaking of Rick and Morty, the other night when I was watching, random shit on Adult Swim, one of the newer episodes from this season was on. I was like, oh, cool. I haven't seen anything from this season yet. And then like 2 nights later, they played, I think, the whole season. So I saw like all but like one episode of the season now.
Oh,
so
very nice.
I was like, cool.
I gotta say, when I pulled up Instagram, just because our former enthusiast guest Jacob Gibbons is doing very well on TikTok still.
Yeah.
Smashing Pumpkins are now following him.
Yeah, he got the like from Smashing Pumpkins on his post
Yeah,
about, I forgot which, I don't know if it was on an album or a song of
very
theirs that he
nice.
posted.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He made a post the other day about Alice in Chains. They like doing his essential albums in the 90s, and he picked the Alice in Chains Unplugged album, which is Chef's Kiss.
I mean,
one of my
I have
favorite.
that on vinyl. It's so good. So,
Oh God.
yeah.
I aside from maybe like, Metallica's first couple albums, I don't think there's anything I've played more than that Alice in Chains one. It's so good.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
Yeah. But anyway, back to the Q of the W here. Cheeto says his shoes, his work shoes specifically, would be the obvious answer. I work 9 to 17 hours a day, depending on what's going on. Typically, it's more 9-ish. But during the height of COVID, I did 2 17-hour shifts per week. Oh, God. And I don't sit down. I work on a small family-owned, understaffed restaurant, and I don't have time to be sitting down. Good reason.
Yeah, fair enough.
And, oh, man, the funk that probably is in those things,
I mean, I get it. And, for a while there, I found in my locker at work, there was a corpse in there, and it was just my work boots.
Right. It's like someone put the Mac salad in there.
Yeah, basically.
He said another answer would be his truck. He said it's my daily driver, grocery getter, ass hauler, etc. But it's also a truck. I haul shit. I do shit. I use it. I do shit. I want to make sure there's a space there.
I mean, I hope he does.
I wanted to make sure no one thinks that he douches his truck.
Yeah, he douches it.
Yeah. Says I use it as a truck, and I bet if she could, she would be moaning and groaning and expressing pain. And that's probably true. Like, dude, give it a rest already.
Right.
Take a damn day.
Speaking of Cheeto, it was very nice of him to send us a picture of him posing with Meatloaf wearing a Salty Language shirt. Not Meatloaf.
Yes.
Cheeto had a Salty Language shirt on.
Right. Oh, dude, if he would have got bitch tits in a Salty Language shirt,
His
that would have been
is
awesome.
Bob. His name
Yeah.
is... Okay. Yeah, that was pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
Shout out Cheeto. Number one fan. But not Diamond Top fan. Sorry, Cheeto.
Yeah, well, he's not on Facebook, or answering on Facebook,
Right.
So, what are you going to do? Yep.
But
all right, so you said you got this week's.
Yeah, like I said, I'm totally stealing this from an XM radio program, The Bonfire, but I like the question so much, and I thought it'd be fun. It's, what absolutely, well, you can leave out absolutely, but what absolutely crazy flamboyant clothing would you wear?
I mean, we kind of already went through our crazy flamboyant phase, but for me, the obvious answer for me is any sort of like obnoxious shoe. Because I've always been somebody who loves like the bright, like neon yellow shoes. Like I loved that shit before it became kind of like every shoe was like neon colors and all that. Right. So, but not even just like neon colors, but it was like, I went to buy a pair of Vans. The first color I'm looking for is the bright red ones. I don't, I'm not looking for the standard black ones or whatever. It's like I've always been like, I wear a lot of black. So I kind of let my shoes and my hat, especially my shoes, be like my pop of color in my whatever. So that's probably the first thing that pops into my head. The other thing would be like, if I came across like an obnoxious pair of sunglasses, I'd probably be down.
I mean, pit vipers.
Yeah. But you're probably not going to catch me in like a pimp suit or something. I mean, maybe, but probably not. What about you?
So, like, my original thought was like the classic, fucking zoot suit. You know, because I've always thought the zoot suits are cool, like the mask and all that shit,
Yeah.
But lately, and I don't know why it's been circulating on my social media, but lately there's been this image from Highlander of Sean Connery.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's rocking this outfit, bro. It's like a wide brim red hat with peacock feathers. And it's like this very ornate red jacket. And he's got a cape of peacock feathers, and it just looks banging. He just looks like a king swashbuckler or something.
Wow, that is, that's way over the top for sure.
I mean, to rock a cape of peacock feathers.
I mean, that's a statement for sure.
I mean, that seems
That's
like more like formal wear. If I'm like going out on a town, probably
Yeah.
dressing like Marty Jannetty.
So you're gonna wear like the rockers
Fuck
look?
yeah.
Because I'm sure he still probably wears that when he
I
goes
mean,
out.
let's be real.
Because
How great would it be, like, Brian, we're going to the bar and we just like get our LOD shoulder pads on?
right? Yeah, I'm sure we'd probably get a couple looks.
Yeah.
Probably get a couple people going LOD, nice. So
People going, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I feel like that's most of what we would get. Yeah. I mean, either that or we, dress up as two wild and crazy guys.
Crazy guy. That would be fun too.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. Yeah, I don't know because like as far as clothes and stuff go, I'm really not a like flashy clothes kind of person anymore. Like I said, Tony and I both, we kind of went through a phase of that when we worked at the video stores.
Oh yeah,
where we literally finding the most like
outrageous
bright
button-up shirts you can find.
Yeah, just because it was like, let's see what we can get away with, basically. Yeah. So, yeah,
you're not wrong.
That would have been it for me. But now it's like I don't know. I'm a lot more tame than I used to be.
I remember hacking that stupid system. Oh, I have to wear a collared button-up shirt. That sounds like a Hawaiian shirt to me.
Yeah, you were way smarter than me because I didn't do it for months after because I didn't think my store manager would let me. And then she's like, I can't believe you thought I'd be that, stuck up. And I'm like, we're a training store. Everything we do is by the book.
Yeah.
Like I figured that, and she's like, oh no, you can wear those as long as there's a collar and you can tuck them in. All right.
Yeah, it's funny is I never tuck my shit in either.
I did when she was there or if we were training, but most of the time I didn't, because the shirts aren't supposed to be tucked in. You look like
you're supposed to let that shit flow out. I want to look like Jimmy Buffett in Jurassic Park fleeing from the pterodactyls with a margarita in each hand. That's what I want.
What a way to go.
What a way to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I just want to know what people's like outrageous outfits they would wear. If money was no object and shame was no object.
Right. Yeah, that's the bigger one, I think. But you're right, because you kind of do need a little of both to really, because if I was like, listen, I'm talking like a crushed velour suit,
Oh, fuck yeah, bro.
Like, I want to look like I'm rolling up to the haters ball tonight.
Right.
That kind of thing. I mean, that's going to take some money.
Yeah.
And
like I don't expect to go out and find a cape made of peacock feathers for cheap.
Not unless you already have peacocks at your ready.
I mean, that's true.
And making it yourself. I would guess not. Yeah. I mean, because aside from that, the other thing would be like, I mean, maybe some like wrestler, entrance gear shit.
It's true.
Like you said with the rockers or LOD shoulder pads. I mean, that'd be kind of fun to.
Right.
I ain't trying to go around shirtless, but shoulder pads for sure.
I mean, hold on. Looks like I could get a peacock feather cape off of AliExpress.
I was waiting for you to say Wish.
It might as well be
like,
Wish, bro. It's like $2. This can't be real.
God.
Oh man. Oh no, it's not. I was looking at the wrong thing. It's $37.59. Still. Oh, it's a woman's real owl, but whatever. I can modify it.
It's a cape. It'll be all right.
It's a cape.
The best part is since you'd have a cape, you can flourish all the time.
It's not really a cape. It's more like some sort of weird freak. Like not even. It's like a quarter cape. I don't even know. I don't like it. It's not what I'm looking for.
All right. I'm gonna say I'm glad you started by saying, talking about Highlander, because if you had said Sean Connery otherwise, my brain would have went to that like leather bikini number.
Oh wait, I gotta switch my answer.
Where it looks like he's basically dressed like he's a member of Demolition.
Yeah, exactly. Way more sensual though.
Right.
I mean, how fun it would be just to walk around the city in like just a full blown ninja outfit.
That would, well, right now, I mean, it'd be normal.
Well, I mean, like
'cause-
I'm talking like the tabby boots, black head to
Oh.
toe, the whole sitch.
that'd be great. What would be great is you just go do regular shit dress like
Oh
that.
yeah, for sure. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like I'm not saying
Yeah.
that you're going to like you're saying the haters ball. I'm
Right.
just saying, just everyday life. You just pick a day. Like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna bust out my full plate mail today.
Yeah, right?
and just clank around town.
like- Every once in a while in the store, there's this guy that goes to this grocery store that I go to. Every once in a while, I'll run into him, and he always is wearing the like finest suit. Like he's got a crisp suit on, a nice hat, like a nice looking watch, and the pocket square's perfect, like, and it's like, dude, did you get dressed like this to go to the store, or is it like, oh shit, I gotta hit the store real quick,
Right.
like you're out rolling and you're just like, oh hey, hold on, I gotta run in Kroger real quick, get some like, energy drinks or something.
Well, it's like there's a Middle Eastern gentleman over kind of by Costco. I see him over there all the time, and he's always dressed up. And like
Yeah.
you see him walking around the streets, or you see him popping into a coffee shop, but same deal.
Right.
He's always got a suit on and a hat, and he's always just like.
And I ain't mad at it. I ain't
No,
hating
I'm not
it
mad
all.
at it either. I'm just like, if you can pull it off, if you got the clothing for it, fucking do it.
I like if I see this dude, usually if I'm anywhere near him, I'll say something, be like, like about how, that's a nice suit or whatever. 'Cause, he enjoys it. I mean, this dude, he's got it down to like the pinky ring, like it's not like a pimp suit, it's not like that. I mean, this dude is just like, what are the perfect accessories? I got to have my tie right. His tie's never crooked when I've seen him. It's always straight, like this is a guy who cares about, that he looks fine. Maybe he's hoping that there's gonna be some ladies at the store or something. I
Maybe.
don't know. Maybe they're like, damn, if this man gets dressed up like this for the store, like
He's like, man, bitches love Kroger. That's why I go to Kroger.
so I don't know. Like I said, he looks, top notch.
Yeah, fair
Can't be
enough.
Yeah. Usually got that like that little chain across the tie.
Oh,
You
hell
know?
yeah. You gotta keep that shit in line, yo.
That's what I said. He's lined up nice. Always got a crisp haircut with it, So
Nice.
I ain't hate.
Can't hate.
Yeah. Nope. I mean, you can. Hate.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess you can, but it's just rude. Shit's just rude, bro.
All right. Well, there you go.
Right.
I believe that's program,
I
sir.
do believe that is a program.
Double checking my links, make sure we covered everything. Yep. All right. So here we go. Head on over to saltylanguage.com, click all the links, check out the past episodes. You can look for or find the link to the network that we're part of. Tangent Bound Network. It's going to be found at tangentboundnetwork.com. Go over there and check out the other shows. If you need help getting a show launched, talk to him over there. And also, if you talk to Mark, tell him Tony misses
Sure
him.
do, bud.
Wants to get a gentle caress
Right?
from him.
The gentlest of caresses.
Very gentle. Yeah. And yeah. So if you want to reach out to us, all the links are on saltymedia.com, huh?
Oh, dude, that's the name of
Saltylanguage.com
our network. We're dial that shit
Salty-
in.
for sure.
Right?
Saltylanguage.com. All the links are there for our social medias, but we'll go over some anyway. On Twitter, we're at salty_language. On Twitter and Instagram, you can find me at Stunami.
You can find me on Instagram at The Monotony. Salty Languages. We're on TikTok, Salty Language. No, just at Salty Language. YouTube is at Salty Language Pod, where this very program will be available, and you'll be able to see some of the dumb shit we were talking about. See my grease stain on my shirt.
Yeah.
And yeah,
grease.
just really just make sweet love to it.
We need ads on the site so we can get some click-through shit, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like Jackpocket.
Yeah. Like Jackpocket.
You listening, Jackpocket people? We didn't make fun of you that bad.
I need some ads from like what we talked about last week. Was it Mammoth Head?
Oh yeah, those big ass hats.
Yeah, that's what I need.
that's true.
I need some gear we can wear and use.
Yeah. What am I gonna do?
I don't know if they make. You're bumming, I guess,
exactly.
because I assume their smalls probably don't fit your normal ass head.
Probably not.
Wouldn't that be some shit if I went there and and I'd try a hat on, and be like, "Yo, this is a small." Like, holy shit.
Ugh.
It's like when you go to the big and tall stores, like if I go to a normal store, I'm on the big end of the spectrum. I go into a big and tall store, I'm closer to the small end of the spectrum. It's very weird.
I mean, my work protective gear, I got a new shirt, and I'm like, yeah, this is the same. I need this size, and it's a different brand, and it's fucking huge. But it kind of breathes a little better, so I'm like, whatever.
I was gonna say it's probably better than being the other way, where they're being like a schmedium,
yeah. No, it's massive, but I'm like, I don't care. Said it breathes better, so whatever.
Right, gives you room to put some padding underneath it, so you can look like you're ripped and shit,
walking out and shit.
Like, Tony, did you gain some weight?
Like, bro, I did.
Sure
did. COVID. Oh.
Like, you talking about my arsenal?
Not just your arse.
Yeah. Oh, like, we're not even looking at the parts you're flexing. Like, your ass gets so big. Oh,
fuck.
All right.
Ugh, man.
That's all the links. So until next time, have a beer, you'll be fine.
Stay salty. You should say have a Baltika, you'll be fine.
Right, have a Baltika, you'll be fine.
In Russia, Baltika has you.
That's terrifying.
I mean,
you picture.
I've been to the receiving end of the Baltika before, so.
Oh, I was meaning about the Baltika having us. I was like, you just picture Baltika just cracking one of us open and drinking our insides.
That would be weird.
Speaking of, this is that moment that if there was like each show we were able to pick one thing to have animated, this would be the moment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This would be like I just happened to watch on MTV the other night. They had various movies on, and I watched Scary Movie 2.
Right.
And just the moment when the pot plant gets big and huge and then rolls dude up like he's a joint and smokes. I was just thinking of the same
like
idea.
Big bottle Baltika opens up the fridge. It's just you and me left in the 6-pack holder.
Yep, and it does beer math.
Yep.
So
grabs.
Well, I guess I'm drinking them both.
Yep.
Just twists our head right off.
That would be fucking weird.
I gotta say, I cracked up like I always do watching Scary Movie 2 because that's the one Chris Elliott when he's got the little hand. Dude, that moment when David Cross is hanging from the ledge outside and he's like, take my hand. And he's trying to give him the little hand. And he's like, give me your other one. Like I can't. That one's not strong enough. Oh, man.
Classic.
Goddamn. Quite funny. He's easily my favorite part of that movie. So anyway, there you go. Enjoy your fat pockets, and we'll talk to you next week. Done.
Beautiful.
Done.
Fucking beautiful.
You know what's funny though is when you're watching a movie like that on TV, especially when you